The Living Word in the City, Part 19, The Thousand Years. Where Chicago, scarred but alive, enters the millennial reign of Christ. Peace flows like a river, but Scripture tells us this is not yet the very end. Shadows stir beneath the surface. Episode 145, A City Reborn. Chicago lay in ruins, but not abandoned. Under the light of the throne by Lake Michigan, buildings once shattered by fire began to mend. Flowers bloomed through cracked pavement. The remnant marveled as the curse of decay lifted. Children played in streets where tanks had stood. Episode 146, The Healing of the Nations. Delegations from across the earth streamed into the city. Not with weapons, but with open hands. Darnell watched as people from Asia, Africa, Europe, and the islands entered Chicago carrying offerings, art, tools, music, laying them at the king's throne. Alicia whispered, "This is what Isaiah saw. The nations bringing their glory." Episode 147, The Judge in the Streets. The writer now sat as judge, his words settling disputes before they turned to quarrels. Neighbors no longer called lawyers or police, they brought their conflicts to him. In Pilsen, two men argued over land, and with a single sentence, the king restored both their hearts and their friendship. Episode 148, Swords into Plowshares. Weapons of war piled high in Grant Park, rifles, tanks, missiles. Before the eyes of all, they melted like wax. In their place rose tools for farming, building, and creating. Chicago's streets echoed not with sirens, but with laughter and song. Episode 149, The Long Peace. Generations rose under this reign. Children grew without fear. The elderly found their strength renewed. The remnant taught their grandchildren how the king had come, how he had saved them from fire and blood. Yet beneath the peace, some hearts grew cold. Episode 150, The Forgotten Fire. A century passed. Then two. Then more. Some whispered, "Why cling to faith when all is well?" Alicia, her hair silver now, warned, "Never forget. This peace was purchased in blood." But many brushed her aside, saying, "The king is only a story for the old." Episode 151, The Loosing of the Serpent. After 1,000 years, the chains rattled. Beneath Navy Pier, the abyss split open. The serpent, once bound, was released for a little while. He slithered unseen into the hearts of those who had forgotten the fire of judgment. Episode 152, The Gathering of Gog and Magog. Whispers turned into rebellion. From the corners of the earth, deceived nations rose again, mustering armies against the king. Even in Chicago, some turned, seduced by the serpent's promise of freedom from his throne. The final storm was brewing.